Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dex and I welcome you back to the Mango Grow for a daily Bitcoin USD analysis video. It's a brand new week and I'm wishing you all a happy Monday. If you're still stuck with your boss, don't worry, it won't be for too long. As long as you're here with us at the Mango Grove, you will learn how to do this the Mango way, the stress-free way. You'll get to tell your boss to F you the Mango way as well. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin starting off this week very strong. Not only did Bitcoin have a strong weekly close, but Bitcoin also had a tremendously strong daily candle close as well. Bitcoin clearing the week above that critical 9,600 level that we were looking for, right above here, right above this red box territory. We were looking for Bitcoin to close the week above 9,600, and that's exactly what it did. But not only did it close the week above that, but it also closed the week above this rising wedge. This daily candle right over here, guys, closed above this rising wedge that we've been eyeing over the past few days. And I hope to God I'm recording. Thank you. All right, so Bitcoin has done some good things right now, but it's very important, guys. It's very important, and I do want to emphasize this, that you do not start getting too excited over here. All right, do not get excited. Do not rush into positions. Remember, if you are in a Bitcoin position, if you are holding Bitcoin, your equity is going up anyways. All right, do not rush into position just because Bitcoin's over 10,000 and you think it's going to moon to 20,000 or to 100,000 or whatever. Be calm, be patient, and do it the stress-free way. If you think about it, guys, we've taken literally only 3 big plays over the past, ever since Jan 10th, right? Only 3 big plays. It's been exactly a month, actually. Over the entire month, I've taken 3 real trades. That's it. Actually 4. You could say 4 because I hedged over here, right? So 4 trades, guys. Even if I'm being a little hard on myself, 4 trades. We entered over here on this 4-day, okay? We had this 4-day ascending triangle that we were eyeing for the longest time, patiently broke to the upside, then entered on the retest, right? Let me go ahead and show you the 4-day for those of you who are just tuning in. We had this 4-day ascending triangle that we were looking at. It was lined with the 200 moving average on the 4-day. You can go ahead and do that on your own time. Just check it out. The 200-day moving average was lining it perfectly. We were using it as a guide. We broke to the upside, got that test, right? But we were on the beach, enjoying our vacation, and we got a position over here. Had that immense thrust to the upside, then we got that rejection of the daily 200 moving average. We were ready for it, hedged when we lost the 10 SMA. Then we got our next add as well as more to our position on the weekly 21 EMA as well as the daily 21 EMA, as well as a Mango Vine 12-hour big signal that we were waiting for, right? All 3 lined up, the perfect trade. That's why we went so hard there, because the probability was so skewed on our side. Remember, guys, everything's a probability. It could have still gone the other way, right? That's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket. But I did bet heavy over here. Why? Again, weekly 21 Mango Wine 12-hour that has like a freaking 99% success rate, if not 100. Nothing's 100% success rate, so I don't want to get that in your heads. But again, weekly 21 Mango Wine 12-hour, the daily Vine also switched green, by the way, over there, and we had the daily 21 EMA. Okay, so that was our second position, and then we waited patiently so many days. Okay, even in this red box territory, we didn't touch anything. We did not add anything. We were waiting for one of 2 things to happen. Either we break this to the downside and they re-add somewhere around here at around 8.7, 8.5, 8.9, 8.7. That's what we were looking at? But that didn't happen, right? Instead, we broke to the upside, and we were very happy about that because we weren't trying to short over here like all the over-eager, hey, funding is shit, man, shorters. We didn't fall for that crap. We waited patiently. We held on to our position. We knew that position is more important. As you always say over here at the Mango Grove, fear your losses but hope for more profits. And that sits so well into our strategy, where we are not willing to take losses right off the bat. We'll keep those losses small, but as the trade goes in our favor, as the trade goes further away from our entry price, we are willing for the trade to pull back on us, right? And think about it, guys. How patient were we this entire time? We added once over here, that was our first entry, then over here, and then right over here, only 3 over the entire month, guys. And now look at this. The trade is going so well. We just have to be patient and let it unfold, right? Do you guys remember what I talked about on Friday before the weekend? I said, hey, I'm entering to the position over here. I'm going to be waiting for certain things to unfold. If we lose this level, then I will be getting out almost immediately, right? We're waiting for the 12-hour to confirm. We're waiting for 2 12-hour candles to confirm above this. Then we are waiting for CMEs to confirm their weekly close above 9,700. We got that as well. And then we were waiting for this week's candle close to confirm about 9,586, right? We got all of that. We got all of that. And that's why we're sitting so pretty in that position. But if even one of those things started going wrong, I would have started de-risking my position and letting it go. But hey, everything was going well. And now, I don't want you guys, by the way, I don't want you guys to get the idea or get the impression that trading will always go this smoothly, right? Because so far everything has gone so smoothly for us. We added over here, had a nice up thrust. We added over here, had a nice up thrust. We added over here and had a nice up thrust. So far every position we've taken has, I don't want to say coincidentally, because we put a lot of thought, a lot of patience into every position, right? But things have gone our way. But this is not how trading typically is, right? As a trend trader, you are hunting for these big wins, but they don't happen all the time. You have to sit through some frustration. You have to sit through some losses. Those losses have to be small though. Because those losses are small, you can sit through that frustration. But when you catch a winner like this, guys, it makes it all worth it. But again, I want to emphasize, this is not the time to be getting excited and adding to your position just because things are going our way, just because things have broken 10K, just because all the bears are now switching bullish as well. Now's the time to be more cautious, be more patient. In fact, if you do remember from the last video I did with you guys, we talked about how the time for patience was over and it was time for execution, right? We were being patient all the way through this, from this execution point to this execution point, and then from this execution point to this execution point was our patience, right? And over here we were executing. We were waiting to see if things were going our way, and if it wasn't, we were going to de-risk our position after getting into our position, which was also part of the execution, right? Well, guess what, guys? Now again, it is time for patience, okay? It is time for patience until the next big opportunity or the next big execution point where we'll either have to de-risk, take profits, etc., etc. So on that note, let's go ahead and talk about where Bitcoin will be headed, what Bitcoin will be doing, and how I will be reacting to the market, at least my plan as of now. So as you guys can see, Bitcoin is currently sitting at the top of the wedge, breaking it to the upside over here, retesting the top of that. I'm not too interested in playing this, not for any long-term positions at the very least. There are short-term opportunities, quick in and out. When I say short-term, by the way, at this range, guys, I'm talking about literally like within the day, right? I did take a trade last night. I'll quickly show that to you guys. Right over here. It was multiple things going on over here. We had this key 10K level, which was a key breakdown point from months ago. Actually, I'll show you guys quickly. I'm a little bit all over the place, but essentially right over here, this 10K zone. We put a horizontal for you guys. Jesus, kind of off tracking over here, but right over there we had a key 10K zone over there, as well as there were multiple things going on over here. I'm forgetting, but I did take this trade over here and I closed it out almost immediately. I closed out most over here and I put the rest of the take profit at this candle close, these candle closes on the top over here. And as you can see, the market went up and above after that, but I didn't care much at all. My goal was, hey, take a few $1,000s away from the market and just get out, you know, and I was happy with that. Boom. And by the way, there was another trade opportunity right over here for. So as you guys know, I added my big position over here, right? If you did miss this, and you had access to the Mango Vine, once again, when it does give you the call, man, it is a high probability call, and right over there, it told you, hey, this is a good zone to be accumulating a position. And if you did accumulate that position around 9,600 to 9,700, you'd be sitting very pretty right now, because that, by the way, guys, is going to be. Let me go ahead and switch on to the daily, is going to be the next buy opportunity and the next defense zone for the bulls if price comes down over there. Okay, so 9,000 right over here, the top of the red box territory. If price does break back into the wedge, 9,570 to 9,670-ish, somewhere around there, is going to be a key area where the bulls are going to want to see a defense. And by that logic, it's going to be a very easy position to be managing a trade-off, because if that position doesn't get defended, you know that, hey, you are wrong about your idea, you are wrong about the direction of the market, and this thing is likely going to come down a little bit lower, perhaps 8,500-ish, right? But the thing is, we don't have to do that right away. Bitcoin could take its time if it wants to come and retest this 9,650 level. It could go all the way up to 10,300, 10,450-ish. We'll talk about that in a bit, but it could go all the way up there, see some resistance at that 10.3k level, and then make its way back down here and give 9,600 level a test. In fact, let's go ahead and turn on the Mango ribbon, and we may get a couple of clues. There you go. So the 10 SMA over here is sitting at 9,650. So if we do get that test, we will get it at one of two times. We either see a break right over here into the wedge and test that 10 SMA, which should also line up with CMEs having a gap fill, I do believe. I don't want to pull up the chart right now because I want you guys to even look at the 21 EMA over here. You know what? Let me turn off everything but what's relevant on the Mango ribbon. Turn off the Kijun, turn off the Tenkin, turn off the 200 moving average as well. Yeah, we'll turn off the 200 moving average as well. Keep an eye on the 10 SMA, keep an eye on the 21 EMA. Look at that. The 21 EMA, by the way, guys, where we bought our position right over here, is lining up with our wedge perfectly, all right? And the 10 SMA is lining up at the top of the box. If we don't get that test on the 10 SMA soon, right, I'll be expecting, I wouldn't want to say expecting, but another good time to be looking for that test is when the 21 EMA lines up with the top of the red box territory. Currently, the 10 SMA is lining up with the red box territory. As the 21 EMA makes its way up over there, and it's doing so very fast, it should do it in 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 days, 3 or 4 days. We could see it then, right? That gives Bitcoin enough time to go visit that 10.3 level, that 10.4k level, and then make its way down over here. Now, a lot of people might be saying, hey, we've broken the wedge to the upside. Does that mean that this measured move that I have for the wedge to the downside, 10.5k level, matches up to the upside as well? That's not how I like doing things. I know Krisha would do it that way. She'd have a measured move to the top side as well. I don't look at it that way. I just look at it as trend continuation, all right? The way I look at these patterns is I look at it in more of a trend-based manner, where a pattern breaking down is more of the trend breaking down. Because if you look at this right over here, the trend, if we broke this wedge to the downside, we'd be losing this red box territory, right? We'd be losing a major low at around 9,062, and that would have trend continuation to the downside, right? So that's another reason why this red box territory is becoming more and more important as Bitcoin's price action develops. So we've talked about the daily now. We've talked a lot about the daily. We've rambled on the daily actually. What's a key level to be looking at? No, you guys should have this written down by now or stuck in your heads, because I've said so much. 9,600, 9,650-ish, okay, somewhere around here. Now let's go ahead and talk about the weekly. Let's hope my charts are clean for it. Yes, there we go. I'm trying to keep my charts clean across various time zones, time frames, not time zones. As you can see, all those lines have disappeared on my weekly chart. If you guys are interested, by the way, on how to work the nitty-gritties on TradingView, leave a comment down below. I know some of you have indicated your interest, but if there's enough interest, I'm going to go ahead and take the time and push out that video sooner than later. All right, so here we are on the weekly, and a few things are beginning to shape up, okay? Okay, let's start with that. If you guys do remember, our big red flag for this bear market trust over here was when the 10 SMA was converging onto this 21 EMA. We got that cross, even though we were trying for a bullish trend over here, right? We're trying for a bullish move. We were long from around 7,700. We got that big move to the upside. Unfortunately, when we came down to 21 EMA, we were stuttering a little bit. We were hesitant because there were two things that weren't going our way. We did not have the Tenkin. Underneath us. We had the Tenkin over us, and the 10 SMA and the 21 EMA, they were actually converging on each other in a bearish manner. Okay, now however, look at that, the 21 and the 10 SMA are actually converging on each other in a bullish setting, and the Tenkin is underneath us. This is a completely different picture. I know a lot of people, and I've gotten PMs on this. People are like, Sean, how is this any different from this? This could just be a fake out. Look at that. We wicked all the way up to 10.3 last time too. Well, it's not the same. The entire market structure is now different. We have confirmed the candle close about 9,600. We have, on at least a closing basis, a new high. All right, as soon as we even tick about 10,300, we are going to have a weekly high over here as well. And to be honest, guys, even this tick about 9,212, I told you guys that to me that was good enough. Okay, this over here can be looked at as a low depending on how you want to look at it, of course, but to me on the weekly basis this was good enough. You could be a little bit more aggressive and look for 10.3, but now, I mean, to be honest, after that the next best thing is looking for the candle close about 9.6, and we got that as well. Anyways, going back to what I was talking about, 10 SMA converging on the 21 EMA from the underneath, Tenkin living under price action, everything looking spectacular. So let's go ahead and hide the mango ribbon right now. We can actually put a red box strategy right over here. On that key cluster. Where are you here? Right over here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, this key cluster on the weekly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say show only on the weekly. I don't want seconds, I want minutes, I want hours, I want days. Okay, I want this to show only on the weekly. Don't want to mess up the chart too much. My charts get way too messy. Now, a key level again for me is going to be this zone on the weekly time frame. So for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and change the color as well to blue border blue. That's good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off the mango ribbon, and I'm going to go ahead and mark. I've been saying go ahead a lot. I'm going to mark out some key levels that we'll be looking towards as weekly resistance levels. Okay, now just because I'm marking out these lines, guys, does not mean they are magical lines where price has to go hit and they get rejected immediately. Remember, this is a weekly level. Don't put your major sells over there. In fact, you shouldn't be selling into an uptrend anyways. It's not the mango way. But just to get things clear, you could totally see a wick about these levels. 10,428 is going to be one. Change to a thick white line. 10,400, 10,450, let's say 10,380 to 10,450. Okay, that's going to be what I'm looking at as a weekly resistance level to the upside. The next major level that I'll be looking at, and this one is really key, guys. This one is super uber duper key. So let's go ahead and mark two lines over there. That's 11,500ish. Okay, so 11,450ish to 11,550ish. Then we have 10,380ish to 10,480ish. Two key levels to the upside. As you guys can see, we're pretty much very close to the top of this range over here. Bottom of the range 9,600, top of the range 10,400, middle of the range around 9,800, right? So we can go ahead and put a dotted line right over there, somewhere in the middle. Just try and match it up with something over here if you can find it. If not, just mark the middle of the range. Okay, once you've identified the range, boom, somewhere in the middle, 9,000. We can actually put 10K flat, right? Just go 10K flat. So 9,600 to 10,428 is your range on the weekly level. We're sitting very close to that. This is why I'm not interested in adding any thick positions over here. If we come down to the bottom of the range over here, then I'll be like, hey, you know what? I have a lot of upside opportunity over here, as well as knowing when I'm wrong very quickly. I can get out of my position. Okay, so right now 10,400, 10,300 is the top of the range. That's the target I will be looking for. If we clear this, guys, close a weekly above this, next level is 11,600. Next level is 11,600. So these are your levels on the weekly time frame. Okay, on the weekly time frame. which is good, which is really, really good. You have some really good trade. We are sitting very pretty over here. For those of you who have followed me on these trades, who have taken these trades off the Mango Vine as well, we had our first call at 8,200, then we had the next call at 8,500 on the Mango Vine, and then we've had opportunities to accumulate this entire time. Now, however, I'm not too keen for any long-term positions. I'll be using the Mango Vine for quick scalps in and out, right? Okay, so what should I be talking about now? Oh yeah, right, we talked about the weekly. Now I do want to talk about the monthly, guys, and for that, however, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a fresh chart. Should I pull up Coinbase? Let's go BitMEX actually. Okay, as you can see, we have pretty much the same levels over here. We talked about this BitMEX chart. It's pretty much the same thing, right? We did this chart the other day. I want to pull up a fresh chart though. I don't want to, like, I want to start with a fresh chart. What should I use? Bitfinex? I don't have anything on Bitfinex. Yeah, nothing on Bitfinex. Look at the monthly. And I want to turn on the Mango ribbon for you guys. I want to show you guys how we are sitting flat against the Kijun to begin with, resistance, so be careful over there too. We bounced off the 21 EMA just as predicted. You guys remember I told you I'll be playing my spot positions of the monthly and the weekly. That's somewhere around where I bought my spot position. We are on the monthly, and now we are bouncing off the 10 SMA after clearing it. Hold on, I do have my someone at the door. Hold on. I ran back, and turns out it was my maid at the door, and she was here an entire hour early, and it was pretty funny because I opened the door and I'm like, aren't you supposed to be here only in an hour? What are you doing here? She's like, no, it's time. This is the time I usually come. I'm like, no, it's not. Now I'm thinking I'm getting the time wrong and I'm confused, but turns out her watch was fast and she's been going through her entire day an hour early everywhere. So yeah, that was actually pretty funny. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about some Bitcoin. Like we said, we are sitting at Kijun resistance on the monthly. Remember, it's the monthly. We have another 20 days before this month closes, so we could very well go to hit those levels of 10.3, 10.4, perhaps even all the way up to 10.8, and then close underneath that Kijun. We got supported on that 10 SMA. Remember, guys, the monthly 10 SMA, just like we talked about on this first monthly push up, right? When Feb opened and Jan closed, we looked at this and said, hey guys, we close about the 10 SMA, about the 10K on the monthly. Do we see a retest of the 10 SMA? We got that retest of the 10 SMA, and now we've made our way to the Kijun. You can just play this on the high time frames, guys. The monthly, the weekly, level by level, and you can see the good trades you get. Are they going to work out every single time? No, they're not. But when they do, look at the big wins, guys. Look at the big wins. Anyways, what am I looking at over here on the monthly? Well, I'm looking at some key levels. I'll be looking at 10.8 as a major level. Right over there. Does it line up with these guys over here too? Oh, it does actually. So 10.8 on the monthly. No, this is actually 10.3. So 10.3 is becoming even more important. 10.3 is a monthly key resistance level as well as a weekly key resistance. So I would not be too keen on longs over here, like long-term longs over here, guys. Like 10.3 is very, very close overhead when we're talking about such big numbers. And look at that right now, Bitcoin is coming down, right? Everybody getting very, very excited this morning, just as predicted. And just as predicted, Bitcoin makes its way down. You could actually, if Bitcoin closes the candle right over here, you do have a short-term trade over here showing you a move all the way down to the Kijun. If you do want to take a shot, yeah, I would target around 9,900 if we do close somewhere around here. Let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour. I know I'm digressing a little bit. Yep, 4 hour 21 EMA lining up over there as well. So a lot coming into that area over there. But yeah, going back to the monthly, guys. This monthly is looking good. If we close above the Kijun, that's going to be spectacular. If we do close about the Kijun on the monthly time frame, I'll be looking towards 10.8 for the next month. But again, we have so much time before this month proceeds. I just want you guys to keep this at the back of your head. Keep this at the back of your mind, so that way, if we start getting towards the end of the month, and we're sitting around these levels, you guys have this written down somewhere on your notebook so you don't get caught off guard. All right, so quick recap, and there we have it actually. Bitcoin coming down right now, just like we mentioned. Just before I could do my quick recap, I may actually, I want to wrap this up quickly because I may want to try for a quick scalp trade here, guys. So again, quick recap while I end this video. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly time frame, hide out the Mango ribbon, and okay, so essentially we're looking at around 9,650-ish to 9,550 250-ish. I should mark another horizontal right over here, actually, right over there, this zone over here as our weekly zone. This is very, very key. If Bitcoin actually loses, this confirms a candle underneath this, I would be looking to get out of my position. I'll be looking for further downside unless we close another candle right back up above it, right? Then I'll be looking. I'll have to reassess because that would be something to think about. Overhead resistance though, right over here at 10,400, 10,300 region. We also do have a key area coming into the red box territory. Which chart do I have that marked? Right over here, right? This red box territory, 9,500, 9,600. So it's all lining up. We're testing the top of the wedge right now as well. I would not be surprised if we do get picked up around the 9.9K region. But again, remember, this is all lower time frame stuff. And unless, like, I would not be looking for any big trades over here, guys. You know, like, I would not be putting on big risk for these kind of trades, especially if you are just getting started with your trading. You want to keep it as easy, as stress-free until you get a little bit more mechanical with your thinking and your execution, right? Okay, so remember, guys, the higher time frame stuff, stick to the 12-hour, stick to the daily, stick to the weekly. The 12-hour mango vine doesn't give you that many that frequent calls. It gave you a call right over here, and you have to be patient now for the next call, right? You had like one call right over here at around 8,340, and again you got one at 8,250-ish, and then the daily switch green right over here at around 8,350-ish, 8,250-ish. Those guys don't give you calls too often, and you want to stick with those kind of trades because they give you accurate calls. I don't want to say that nothing's 100%, right? Nothing's 100%, but high probability calls, but fewer trades. So you be patient and wait for those kind of trades. Did you need the mango vine for that? No, there were other ways to get those same trades, right? And we've gone over everything throughout this entire month. We've taken 1, 2, 3 real trades. Okay, 3 real trades. But that being said, guys, my name is Sean Dexter. Throw it a like, throw it a subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do it the mango way, do it the stress-free way. Be patient. Do not FOMO into any trades, all right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.